Hello, my name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Saturday, September 11th, 2021. Indeed, this is a super special Saturday episode. I think we had a couple in the past, but Saturday episodes are truly a rare thing. Unfortunately, they are not, well, they are more rare than Endermen who steal my dirt. That's what I wanted to point out. But anyways, yeah, it's Saturday, and it is a Saturday episode because today I will be traveling to my parents and enjoy some days of my vacation there. So I thought, yeah, I need to record an episode of the coffee break to mark the start of my, well, it's not the start of the vacation. The vacation started with the last episode of the coffee break, with a Wednesday episode. Let's call it the start of the journey. Yeah, start of the journey sounds good. So by the time this episode goes live, I hopefully have arrived already. That would be good. That would be very good. And yeah, then I don't know. I don't know what will happen during the time while I'm there, but I will definitely tell you the story of my vacation, of my journey. Right now, I just like to complete a few things that happened over, well, not complete, but discuss a few things that took place, that I experienced, and I just think, okay, I should discuss this also. If I wouldn't discuss it now, I might forget about those things over the course of my journey, and yeah, then I do have other things to talk about. And wait, is what was this block always there? Is this just, are Endermen now going crazy? What is this? I guess I do have to check a previous episode, but I don't think that there was a block of dirt. Why? Honestly, why? Why that? Horse, don't walk away. Can someone explain me this? Why? Why is this a thing? But okay. Yeah, there are just a few things I like to discuss, and before I forget them, let's do it. Let's do it today in this super special episode of the coffee break, a Saturday episode. Yeah, one thing I wanted to discuss is my first e-bike experience. There's another Enderman stealing my dirt. Oh man, those guys. Is there a puddle of water somewhere? There's water over here, right? Yes, here's water. Can I get out of the water? Yes, I would be able to get out of the water. Where are you? You. Yes. Okay, now he's angry. This is good. Let's jump into the water. Come here. Yes, I'm in the water. Come to me. I get you. Wow, you can take lots of hits. Hey, you. Come over here. Alright. That's what you get. That's what you get for stealing my dirt. Like that. Yeah, my first e-bike experience. Yes, you heard right. I tried out an e-bike. I wasn't doing it voluntarily. It happened more like that I was asked to give it a test drive despite the fact of having no clue about e-bikes. But the mother of a friend of mine got an e-bike, and for some reason I got her technical advisor, expert. I mean, I never advised her to buy an e-bike, but more than often I get asked for certain things where I ask myself again, how has this happened that I am an expert for anything mechanically based? I mean, I don't have a clue about those things. I mean, I'm always happy when things still work after I touch them. I don't know so much about the underlying principles. I'm more of a let's do it person, and not of an expert who knows everything about a specific thing. I mean, more than often I ask a friend of mine who really likes to read up on all the technical stuff about bikes and so on, what things I could do to fix a certain thing at my bike or to do something. I'm not the expert here. I'm just good at cycling, and for all the technical things I often ask for advice by asking others or so. But so she got an e-bike, and since she is absolutely not mechanically inclined, she asked if I could be there when unpackaging the thing and when using it for the first time, so helped her to adjust the bike to her body, and then was also asked to give it a spin to find out if it's really working. I mean, I'm not sure if it was really working. I just cycled with it a bit. I don't have an idea what e-bikes are supposed to be doing, but I found it just irritating how this thing worked. I mean, I always was making bad comments about e-bikes because I don't see the... Well, I see the point. There's a big thing. There's one thing that is super important to point out. I have absolutely nothing against e-bikes if people use it who couldn't do things otherwise. I mean, when you're no longer healthy, or when you can't cycle anymore a normal bike because, well, you're, as bad as it might sound, when you're old, or due to injury or whatever, when something happened and you can't cycle a normal bike anymore, sure, get an e-bike. This is great. This is absolutely perfect for you, because then you can still enjoy the outdoors, you can go on a trip, and everything is fine. This is ideal. But more than often I was thinking, why is someone using an e-bike who looks still healthy, who does not look super old, who is maybe just a little bit out of shape? And I never understood this. I just found this hilarious and wrong. But after having tried the e-bike for the very first time, I can only say I haven't exaggerated it enough. I haven't stressed it enough that this is not a good thing. Seriously, don't do it if you're still healthy. And no, I don't consider being out of shape as a condition that disqualifies you from being healthy. Then you're out of shape and you can change this. But as long as you're healthy, don't do this. This was such a weird experience where they live. I visited them several times by now with my road bike, and their place is really stressful as they are living in the lowest point of the street, so leaving them with a road bike is always a stressful task because it's rather steep. And with that e-bike, I noticed nothing of the steepness. This was like, okay, you ruined cycling, basically. And while on the lowest power level, you had to do, let's call it, some cycling. There was no cycling at all on the highest level on the highest power level. So it was more like, okay, I just touch the pedal and the thing shoots forward. I have to apply no force whatsoever. So I was basically shocked. I was really shocked how strong those things are, and I was even more disappointed in all those people who use e-bikes and who, I guess, are still healthy enough to use a normal bike and to gain some normal endurance by doing this. Also, when you use an e-bike, you don't know. Basically, it's so easy to overestimate yourself. So you end up in situations where you're not supposed to end up because you haven't had the time to gain enough experience cycling, or, well, basically by building up the stamina, you also have to spend enough time on the bike, and by spending enough time on the bike, you gain enough experience, your bike handling skills improve, and so on and so on. And so you don't end up in bad situations, whereas those who just sit on an e-bike and let themselves pull, there's no experience gained. And yeah, in the end, it was absolutely weird. And the weirdest thing was when I want to make a U-turn, depending on well, how much space there is to make that U-turn, I approach, I slow down drastically, almost come to a halt, and I hope I can go to bed with all those angry guys. Let's get in here. Okay, no one got in. This is good. I come to a halt, then I start to do the U-turn, and I just occasionally tap a little bit on the pedal to propel myself forward, that I do have some momentum and I'm not just falling. Ow! Okay, now we are high. Yeah, shoot. Okay, have I killed it? No, you're still there. Oh man, you can take some hits. Okay, this was a strong fight. Let's. Of course, this thing ran away. Okay, let's get all the stuff. Enderman stealing my dirt as usual. Let's also get the skeleton over there. So yeah, I just tap a little bit on the pedal to gain some momentum, that I'm not falling over. And by doing this, I in the end do my U-turn with the e-bike by just touching the pedal. The thing thought, hey, I want to cycle forward, so it just darted away, and I nearly ended in the curb, falling over, because I just wanted to have a very, very slight tap on the pedal to move myself forward and not to shoot away like crazy while doing a U-turn. So I don't know who built those things. I don't know who uses those things, but they're dangerous. Well, not dangerous, but I know. After this e-bike experience, I can't stress enough how wrong it is to use e-bikes. Okay, I think we have enough shroom lights. This is perfect. Let's do some fishing. I don't want to build because there are a few other things I want to talk about. Let's do fishing and talk about the other things. So yeah, e-bike experience not good. Well, it was interesting. It was an eye-opener, and now I can really say don't get an e-bike as long as you're healthy. The only exception there's one exception I would make, and that is if you want to use the e-bike to commute. I totally get if you don't want to arrive at the office sweating. That's also the reason why I don't cycle to my work, because the university is on top of a hill, and so I would need to cycle uphill, and in the end I would end up sweating. So this is not good. So if you want to use it for commuting, instead of using a car that uses fossil fuels, and instead you can use an e-bike that can be charged with wind energy or whatever, I see the point there. Okay, this is a good exception. This is the only exception, but as soon as you get home from work, put the e-bike to the side and use a normal bike. So 2 exceptions. If you're not healthy anymore, use an e-bike. Okay, that's fine. If you want to commute and not use your car, use an e-bike. It's fine. For all the other ways, for all the leisure activities, all the spare time activities, don't use an e-bike, because this is bad. And I don't even see, after having had this experience, I don't even see how this does benefit you. Okay, interesting. In any way, because even a short evening stroll causes more stress and training on your body than cycling with an e-bike. Okay, so yeah, that's the e-bike topic. Then on Wednesday, as advertised, I visited my grandparents. What was nice, unfortunately, and this was a little bit annoying, the Autobahn was way more crowded than I anticipated it to be on a lazy Wednesday morning. So already lost time on the Autobahn. And then, this is so typical for this region, for the Fichtel Mountains region, at some point there were some roadworks, and so the entire road was closed, which resulted in me driving a huge detour to get where I wanted to go. If they would have, right after, leaving the nearest big town, put a sign there that, hey, you can't directly go to this specific place where I wanted to go, I would have taken a different road, which would have been also like more or less a direct approach. But no, they just informed me about it as I was in front of the roadworks, and so I thought, hey guys, that's not fun. That's not fun at all. So yeah, with all this chaos, with all this traffic jam, with all those roadworks, detours, whatnot, I basically lost 45 minutes or so. I mean, 45 minutes does not sound like a lot, but as discussed in the last episode, my goal was to hike on top of a mountain and to have lunch up there and to read a little bit up there, to just enjoy the sunshine. I got to the top of the mountain, I had my lunch up there, but all the reading, all the relaxing up there had to be cut short, because hey, I wanted to get to my grandparents so that they do have a couple of hours with me, as otherwise I would have arrived there rather late. So yeah, this was unfortunate, but in the end it was still fine. It was just annoying in the moment where I thought, hey guys, you could have informed me about that roadworks a little bit earlier, then I could have used a better road. But yeah, walking up there to that mountain was good. I did a vlog. I just vlogged a bit while walking up there. Haven't watched the footage yet, so I don't know if it will be really a video coming to my vlog YouTube channel or not. If it is of somewhat decent quality, I think there will be a video. If not, then well, there won't be a video. But yeah, I tried this and was fun doing vlogging by hiking. So this was cool. Visiting grandparents also was cool. Especially my grandpa was super happy seeing me again. I explained him for I don't know how many times what I'm doing at work, what my profession is. I used even his not his language, but his terminology, because he is was something of, well, not really a craftsman, but he knows all about those manual labor, and so I was trying to use all those terms used in this kind of profession, and with like students were apprentices and I'm the master and so on. I think he already forgot about it a couple hours later, but I mean, for the moment he understood it, so this was fine. So yeah, visiting grandparents was fine. That day as I got back home, I got back home around 10 p.m. A friend of mine needed some company, so instead of directly driving home, I first drove to her and spent some time there. And then the long day ended past midnight or so as I got back home. But yeah, and overall, Wednesday was a great day. I stayed at my place as you can imagine, because this is the super special Saturday episode until Saturday. So Thursday and Friday I stayed at my place, especially because of this PhD committee thing. This was another reason. I don't want it to end up in a roadworks, traffic jam, something like this, thinking, oh no, I need to be now in a Zoom call and they all will be mad at me or disappointed that I did not show up or anything like this. So also it was relaxing after, my vacation started on Wednesday, and until then I was writing paper deadline, whatnot, so it felt good to not stress myself to get to a certain place, but to have just 2 days of relaxation, more or less, of relaxation. And yeah, the PhD committee thing was quite interesting. So the student wrote a paper that was sent around and we could read. Then there was, the student gave a presentation, which was really, which summarized all the paper. It was like on a conference. And afterwards we asked some questions. I think I asked some pretty good questions that were fruitful and that created or gave the other members of the committee some incentive to ask further questions, to follow up on my questions. So I guess it was somewhat of a success. So that's cool. I found it cool. And the student passed the exam, so this is also great. And overall, it was a good day, I would say. Was a good presentation, was a good experience. And that's also what I personally enjoy about it, that, hey, I make those new experiences. I get into this part of being part of a PhD committee, despite the fact of having just received my PhD. So this is cool. This is really great to learn more about those things. And yeah, so this was cool. And all of this brings us to oh dear. No, this is just there's still a creeper. I just wanted to say, there's just a baby zombie, but no, there's not only just a baby zombie, there's also a creeper inside of the tunnel. This is not good. Creeper in the tunnel is always problematic because tunnel is not wide enough, so in the end it will just explode, and this is bad. Let's circumvent that creeper guy and return to the there's another creeper, and return to the tower to end of this episode. And yeah, with all those things, I just felt, hey, let's commemorate the start of my journey and vacation. Well, the vacation, the journey. Let's just stick with the journey. Let's commemorate this with an episode of the Coffee Break. Also, I wanted to discuss all the things I had on my mind, all those experiences, and yeah, pretty cool. This PhD committee thing. Pretty cool seeing grandparents again. Also, weather was perfect. Was around 22, 24 centigrade, so perfect weather for hiking. Getting up there, having a perfect view with clear blue sky. So What was really a great day this trip, aside from the chaos on the roads. So yeah, and now we are at the end of this episode. Also got proof that e-bikes are indeed nothing for me, and that they are weird, and that my constant arguing and mistrust against those who use e-bikes and who still look healthy seems justified, because I don't see the point anymore. After having tried it, this is no. Just no. But anyways, we are at the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know that I do have a question from Matthew still left over, but it would be great if you add some more questions to the pile. So when I get back from the journey, I can not only tell you the story about the journey, but also answer some questions. So this would be cool. And yeah, with that, we are at the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will be joining me next time. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!